Today I'm making blueberry banana muffins. They are a vegan recipe and we'll be making them from scratch. So I'm using whole grain oats to make my own oat flour in my Froothie Evolve. So we're going to blend all this into a whole grain flour, and we're going to then do a second step in the Froothie Evolve using all these wet ingredients to make the other part of the mixture. So we'll get started. Best thing for muffins is your overripe bananas. Don't throw them out. This is what you need to make the best muffins. They're so sweet. So you normally use 3 large. I'm using 4 today because these are a little bit on the small size. Yes, and we've liquefied. I'll just show you how well that's been blended. That's the consistency we're looking for. Okay, so going back to our dry ingredients. Now I'm going to pop in my cinnamon bicarb soda and baking powder. Now you can use LSA as an addition to the recipe, but I'm using some almond meal. This is left over from a batch of almond milk that I made. So out of a cup of almonds, you can make 1 litre of almond milk, and with the leftover pulp residue, which this is, I freeze it and I get about 2 cups out of it, and I use this as a replacement for an LSA ingredient. So it's just beautifully ground almonds left over from milk, so no waste. I'm just going to stir the dry ingredients firstly, have a bit of a mix up, and then we'll add the liquid mixture. So you just need to gently stir this mixture together. You really want to saturate all the dry ingredients with the wet mixture. We'll have berries to put in there, but we do that lastly so they don't go all mushy, you know, as we're doing the dry mixer with the wet ingredients. So these muffins, they're a really good addition to have in your freezer. So if you're in a hurry and you want something healthy on the go, just grab one, pop it in your bag or whatever you carry, and it'll thaw out in time, and you can eat them cold. They're quite nice cold, or you can heat these up with a cuppa as well, but they do freeze very well. This is a healthy alternative to buying a store-bought muffin which is full of sugar, because we don't have any added sugar in this recipe. So now we've got a mixture of beautiful berries. They are frozen, but they're just as good as the fresh ones apparently. Blueberries and raspberries, I love them. They are my favourite berries. So you can put any berry in. You can do full blueberries or raspberries or cherries. I've even done this with the frozen cherries. So we'll just pop those in now and swirl them through. Okay, that's all that's needed. And we're ready to go and pop them into a little muffin tray and get them baked. So the cherry on top of these muffins, in this case, will be some walnuts. So I'm just going to put one in the centre of each of the muffins, a little bit of crunch. Another tip when using a silicone muffin tray, they are flimsy, as in they're not solid. So I use a baking tray underneath the silicone muffin tray so it's nice and firm. Otherwise, you can see to carry these on their own, it's quite flimsy. So baking tray underneath your silicone tray works a treat. So we're going to pop these in the oven now for 20 minutes, 20-25 minutes on 180 degrees.